Hello, Internet. I need your help. I want to establish a team of YouTubers, podcasters, and other internet derelicts. We would make the best content about movies, video games, and more. And we would be just as racist and spout as much neo-Nazi bullshit as PewDiePie. I hear you like that for whatever fucking reason. But in order to assemble this squad, I require your help. Go to patreon.com/evacstation. For less than the cost of your failed military project and covering up said project, you can help us pay for new equipment, more people, and more time to devote to our growing content. Maybe even take down PewDiePie, or whatever the next PewDiePie may be. Again, that's patreon.com/evacstation, and seriously, why do you guys find the Nazi bullshit so funny? I just don't get it. Fucking on with the show.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Figaro. Magnifico! I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity.
We weren't picked to succeed. You know that, right? We were picked to fail. And the worst part is, we're just gonna keep on going. Can't stop, won't stop, because this is the After Credits Cast. Your home for nerds that talk about inane movie nonsense. And my squad's comprised of two today. We have Captain Boomerian.
Oh man, I got the lame one.
And I am your host, Aaron J. with Sescroc.
Seriously, this guy's like a fucking low-rent bullseye. I'm mad.
I mean, in all fairness, he's cool in certain iterations, but this one was kind of weak. A little weak. This week we're talking about Suicide Squad, and if you want to follow us on Facebook, Tumblr, or Twitter, be sure to go there. And if you want to follow us on various platforms of choice, we have iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, and Podcast Addict. And, of course, we can also use your support over at patreon.com. If you can't review us on your platform of choice, go to patreon.com and maybe throw $1 or $2 our way. We'd appreciate it. Before we get too deep into today's film, which I'm sure you can guess what that is by now, given there's a title to this episode, let's go to the first segment we always do. What you watching? Ryan, what have you been watching?
Well, me and Allegra have actually gotten into this really quick-ass drama on Netflix. It's called Kingdom. It's really, really cool. It's a Korean period piece, which is awesome because Allegra actually just got back from teaching abroad in South Korea for a couple of years. And she loves Korean culture, and so this was a really awesome thing. But it also combines her second love, zombies. That is right. It is an ancient Korean period piece about essentially a dynasty like trying to essentially gain power from the kingdom, and the semi-legitimate son of the king, because he was born of a concubine, but he is actually the true heir apparent to the throne, is actually trying to save his father, whom nobody knows at the time, but has also contracted zombieism, and that leads to a fucking zombie outbreak, which the prince, who has fled for his life, gets to really prove his leadership mettle by saving the peasants from a zombie infestation. Also while being hunted by the royal guards, whom are beholden to the guy trying to take over power. It's actually really, really interesting.
Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, it takes two things that I really did not think would go together, and normally they wouldn't, but they actually tie it together really, really well.
I'll have to add to my list. It sounds very compelling. Just because I'm curious, since there's a new zombie game that just came out recently that everyone's talking about, have either of you played the new Resident Evil game yet?
Not as of yet. She's not as up on games. The most recent one that she's playing around with because her friend's boyfriend, who she's staying with her friend, but her friend's boyfriend just got Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's like the newest thing that she's been able to actually get her hands on, and she's enjoying that.
I was gonna say, because if she does like the zombies as much as you say she does, Resident Evil 2 has got her name, because I've been watching some Let's Plays of that, and oh boy, that looks like fun. I actually will probably buy that before too long, because it looks like it looks like I'll have a good time with it. And
Lord have mercy.
And Leon's pretty cool. As for my what you would watching, so I want to give a shout out to FilmJoy, another YouTube channel that I follow anyway. He did a Fave 5 video. And he actually mentioned, I think, 3 movies in total that I have not even heard of this year, or well, one of them I heard of, but the other 2 or 3 I hadn't seen. And so I went out of my way to see those. And so one of those movies I'm going to talk about today, Bad Times at El Royale.
Okay.
It is a movie starring what's his name? Jeff Bridges and the guy from Mad Men, the main dude. I can't remember his name right now.
Fucking John Hamm?
Yeah, that guy. And it has a few other actors in there who I am not familiar with at all. And it has Chris Hemsworth. Fucking Chris Hemsworth is so good in this. He's so good in this.
Really?
So, let me backpedal here real quick. I'll get to that in a second. But, think Tarantino movie. Take out Tarantino and put a guy in who's basically imitating him, but he went to school to imitate Tarantino, and he's really good at it.
Huh. And what's it called one more time?
Bad Times at El Royale.
I just might have to check that out.
The basic premise, I'll do the setup for you. These various characters arrive at a hotel on the border between Nevada and California, and shenanigans ensue when you find out what they're all really there for and how they end up interacting with one another. It's fucking great.
Huh.
Jeff Bridges surprised me with how good his character and role was. I really enjoyed it. So, Chris Hemsworth, I gotta back to that now. So, I've seen Chris Hemsworth in a few different roles. I saw him as the jock in Cabin in the Woods. I've seen him as the hopeless goofball in, Ghostbusters. And I've seen him play a multiple variations of Thor. I mean, it's all the same character, but there's a bit of a different flavor to each one, honestly.
Yeah.
This character he plays is so radically different from anything else he's played. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it might be my favorite Chris Hemsworth role, and I'm going to follow him when he's done with Marvel because, oh my god, he is so good.
Ooh, okay. Alright, I got you.
I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone does after they finish their Marvel contracts, but he's probably my number one guy to follow right now. Him and maybe RDJ, depending on what he does. I suspect RDJ is going to do a lot of, more art house stuff, because I think he started his own production house, didn't he? With that one movie, The Judge.
I still really want to see that. I as soon as I saw it was RDJ and fucking Robert Duvall
really
playing father-son, I was just like, fuck, that's going to be really, really powerful.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen it, but that was pretty good too. So
I gotta see it. It keeps fucking slipping my mind.
But yeah, Mr. Hemsworth, please do more fun movies. You are a fucking treasure. Actually, I saw an article about Chris Hemsworth, how he almost quit acting before Thor happened. And I'm like, dude, you lucked out so hard with Cabin in the Woods. I'm so glad you're still around. Just think of what the world would be like without Chris Hemsworth's beautiful smile. Just think about it.
I know. And he's, actually really fucking funny. He's really actually pretty damn funny.
When they give him the room to be funny, yeah, he can do it, and he's so good. Oh, yeah, he's doing fucking the Men in Black movie later this year, isn't he?
Yes, Men in Black International.
I got a whole Chris Hemsworth list I'm going to be following now. Just you wait, buddy. You got a new stalker.
Well, enough about the Better Company. I mean, enough about the Marvel franchises. We should probably get back to the work at hand.
Yeah. This week on Crisis on Infinite Films, we'll be taking a look at a rather strange entry in the DCFU, and yes, emphasis on the FU. With Suicide Squad. Released in 2016, this film was written and directed by David Ayer. I've got some words for him. Our cast includes some fantastic names, actually, such as Viola Davis, Jared Leto, Jai Courtney, Joel Kinnaman, Jay Hernandez, Margot Robbie, Will Smith, and the real star of this movie, Adewale Akinoye Akbaje, as the award-winning Killer Croc.
Hold on. Can we get a round of applause from the audience for that pronunciation? That was killer. That was.
When I knew I was going to make this whole episode a bunch of Killer Croc jokes, I knew I had to make sure I could pronounce that, so I actually did a little research.
Nicely done, sir.
I had to, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself there. The film grossed a worldwide total of $746,846,000. Even with reshoots, it's still quite profitable.
Makes sense.
Suicide Croc has gone on to win several awards, including an Oscar for Best Achievement in Makeup and Hairstyling, DC 1, Marvel 0.
Touche.
Margot Robbie won Best Actress in an Action Movie from the Broadcast Film Critics Association.
Absolutely deserved.
Oh, yeah. The film also won several awards from the Golden Shows, including Most Overrated Movie, Best Trailer, and 2 awards to Margot Robbie for Best Supporting Actress and Best TNA of the Year.
I mean, yeah.
That's kind of a creepy award, but yeah, she wins it.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys saw Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Yes, we did.
The Village Voice Film Poll gave it the Worst Film Award, and then there's also the Teen Choice Award winner for the Choice and Teensipated movie. Fuck the Teen Choice Awards. Let's talk about some fun facts.
You expect me to have fun after that? Okay, give me a second.
These are some good fun facts. I think I've found some good ones for you.
Shit, I just had to recover from fucking Anticipated. Alright. Alright. So, fun facts. It took the makeup team 5 hours for the prosthetic makeup to be applied to Killer Croc. I'm not even gonna attempt. Adewale Akin... Fuck me. Hold on. He wrote it down phonetically.
I did.
Adewale Akinoye Agbaje. Yes, I did it. I hope everybody heard it, because I will not be doing that again. So it takes the makeup team 5 hours for the prosthetic for Killer Croc, with the makeup to be applied to his head and shoulders, while the rest of the body was body paint. Now, to prepare for the role as Deadshot, Will Smith shaved his head and spent time training with Navy SEALs and Army Rangers, practicing firing a Glock 9mm handgun and an AR-15 assault rifle. Smith turned out to be a very quick learner, particularly with long-distance shots using the AR-15.
That's so
I wonder
cool.
I wonder if he ran into Keanu at some point, because you should see, there are videos of Keanu Reeves practicing with SWAT and other crazy ass dudes to get prepared for John Wick. Keanu Reeves could actually kill a man at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised, and I'm surprised Will Smith is just starting this now. I know he's been in other movies where he's used guns, but I guess this movie in particular called for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Alright, well, more fun facts. Harley Quinn wields an umbrella that's red and black, which is the original color scheme for her outfit from Batman the Animated Series, 1992, that's my childhood, which is seen in the film during Harley Quinn's backstory, where she and the Joker are dancing. She also wields a baseball bat, which is her trademark weapon from the Batman Arkham video games.
I love those games. They're so good.
They're so damn good. Oh man, I haven't played them in a minute.
I finished Arkham Knight, I think last year, because I got it for free from a buddy of mine, and it actually worked on my PC, and I actually had a good time with it. The vehicle section's a little too long, but otherwise it was a fun time.
Okay. Last fun fact is that while perfecting the Joker's laugh, Jared Leto publicly tried different laughs in New York City and Toronto to see which ones made people the most uncomfortable. I like the commitment to the role there. I do.
There were other fun facts I could have pulled regarding Jared Leto, but I thought those got enough public attention. Let's just leave those alone for now.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But yeah, no, I think Jared Leto is an interesting take on the character. It's not my favorite, but we'll get into that more probably, I think. I want to go down to my downtown in Des Moines here, where I'm at, and just do crazy Joker laughs and see if I can make people uncomfortable. All right, we're gonna take that for a sound clip there, and that'll be part of my ringtone. Okay, here we go.
Good, because I'm probably gonna get calls from the police from my neighbors in a hot second.
I mean, to be fair, the Joker laugh is just a slightly more exaggerated Mr. Burns laugh. I mean, let's get real.
It really is.
It really is. Before we get to the film, though, Ryan, what are some initial thoughts you got here?
You know what? This is the oddest movie that we're going to be tackling in this series for me personally, because
Got some beeps.
Sorry about that. It's mostly because there are, like, the highs and lows of this movie are really extreme for me. There are parts and aspects of the movie that I think are just fucking ridiculously dumb, and I don't know what thought process was there. And then there are parts of it that are actually really, really, really fucking good. I think the net the net gain of the movie is not great. But I think there are some really cool and salvageable bits of the movie that make it a worthwhile watch, even though it's overall a bad movie.
I'll piggyback on that. I don't think this movie's horrible. I think it definitely has some good moments here and there, but you're not wrong. It's definitely a movie that was trying to be something. So the reshoots, for those who don't know, those reshoots were made after the initial trailer was dropped, when people thought this movie was going to be like more comical and funny, because they had a trailer that was very similar to another popular movie at the time. Not going to name names, Guardians of the Galaxy. And so when they did that, Warner's like, "Oh no, you have to reshoot this movie. Everyone wants it to be Guardians of the Galaxy now." So you can definitely see the seams in this movie a little bit. Not as bad as some movies we're going to probably see, but definitely they're visible, and it makes it feel a little disjointed, which can kind of kill a movie's theme and tone and all that stuff. So
yeah.
That being said, though, I don't think I need to say it. I think we all know who the real hero of this movie is going to be. Mm-hmm. Should I get into this synopsis, Ryan?
Let's get it.
We are introduced to our heroes through a series of colorful flashbacks, partially narrated by DC's answer to Nick Fury, Amanda Waller. We meet an Australian drunk. I mean a drunk. Captain James West, now in modern times and more willing to kill. A hot Mexican who prefers water to liquor. A wicked witch of the Aztecs who will become our main villain in a few minutes. A hot cheerleader who spent way too long on Hot Topic. And the true hero of this movie, Killer Croc. We get colorful backstories that are kind of fun to watch. The government approves this terrible covert task force plan, waiting for an emergency to arrive where their unique skills, or their unique set of skills will be needed. Said emergency arrives almost immediately when one of the proposed task force goes rogue. Enchantress releases her brother in some downtown area, and the two unleash a big CGI skybeam portal. You thought you wouldn't see another one of those so soon, didn't ya? Well, that was kind of the trend in 2016. Just accept it. Waller releases the members of the task force, and is up to Killer Croc and the rest of them to save the world from from the generic CGI threats. To keep them on task, Waller has placed bombs in their necks and given Colonel Exposition the trigger. Meanwhile, Joker finds the facility that made said bombs to devise a way to remove them in an effort to save Harley. Also, two more characters are shoehorned into onto the team. But don't worry, one of them doesn't speak English, and the other one is there to demonstrate how the bombs actually work anyway. Killer Croc and his amazing friends are dropped, crash-landed, into Resident Evil 7 and fighting generic CGI monsters. But with significantly less fun and variety. Man, if you have less fun and variety than Resident Evil 7 monsters, I don't know what you have left. Interestingly, these molded are created from the Enchantress making out with people. Sign me up! Killer Croc boldly fights his way through the molded to find and rescue their target, Waller herself. The team saves her, but she is soon taken by the Enchantress for her grand plan to control the world's armies. Joker arrives to save Harley, but their rescue is cut short when the chopper is blown out of the sky. The Croc Force X reunites to learn of the true enemy, Enchantress, and what Experiction hasn't told them. Disheartened and honestly a little bored, the team goes into a bar to have a little bit of fun character moments before they're filled with determination to continue their kind of nonsense quest. Thus, they enter the final battle. Upon arriving, Enchantress attempts them with their heart's desires, a scene that, in some respects, gives some levity to a couple characters. I actually kind of liked it a little bit. We'll talk about it more. But Killer Croc is too tough for that shit. He gets everyone out of their visions and takes charge, telling the crew to attack. Spanish Spice goes full Diablo on CGI Brother Monster before Croc sets off the bomb and takes it out. Enchantress tries to fight them off, but through the power of Croc and teamwork, they overpower her. Croc fires a shot that blows up the bomb, which ends Enchantress. He then crushes her heart, releasing the human Enchantress has possessed. The team is then set to leave, but Waller returns, not dead after all. What a damn shame. Everyone returns to prison with their sentences reduced, and each receiving modest rewards for their near-death experience. Yeah, what America would definitely give you. Except Captain Drunk, who kind of just gets shit on through the whole movie anyway. The film ends with Joker breaking into prison to free Harley despite most of his best scenes being cut from the film. What? No director's cut? Come on now. What the hell is this? End of movie.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I didn't realize how valuable Killer Croc was to the whole enterprise. I honestly am very happy that he got his spotlight here. It's so good.
Bruh. Sir.
So, Ryan, now that we've gone through that, what do you think of this fine film?
Oh my god, this plot was the worst thing ever. His plot was so fucking roundabout. I was just dying.
I'm trying to think of where it falls apart first. Because, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of parts that just don't work, but the biggest problem, let's just start with the biggest one. Your task force's first big enemy is someone from within the task force.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Because that's smart. That's smart.
Now, I'm about to spoil some things here. That's kind of the plot for the animated movie, too. Not to the same degree, but let's be fair. Riddler is part of the task force at one point, and Waller is sending everyone to go clean him up because he's a problem now.
Well, no, so Waller sends everybody to find, to get the information on his flash drive, wink, wink. Only one is sent to really clean up Riddler.
But still.
But we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll save that for tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. But this just gets to my main point. I don't understand the purpose of the Suicide Squad. Because, so in the comics, they're established to go fight monsters and do things that the heroes wouldn't be able to do because they have an image to protect. And then eventually they're used to fight the heroes when some of them go rogue. This is just kind of a waste of time.
So my understanding of it is that the initial issue is raised when Enchantress's brother shows up and starts fucking shit up, and that's the excuse to be like, aha, let's throw the Suicide Squad at it. Mm-hmm. And then it's revealed that Enchantress was actually the bit bag all along after she gets rid of the bomb in her neck, and she's like, aha, bitches, now the world is mine. And you're like, oh god, okay.
It's almost as bad as the end of Naruto.
Why not? I'm like, sure, fucking why not? So yeah, the plot definitely doesn't work for me. It bends out of its way to create an issue, really create an issue for the Suicide Squad to actually answer. And I'm breaking my own rule, but the plot in Assault on Arkham made much more sense. But that's
right.
We'll get to that tomorrow.
And again, I'll argue it didn't make much more sense, but it did make more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get too deep in the negative, let's start with the positive here. Ryan, of all the character intros we get at the beginning of the movie, which one's your favorite? Or I guess I should say, do you even like that little bit? Why or why not?
Well, so honestly, I feel like they tried to cash in on the graphic intros that we got from Deadpool. In this movie.
Was Deadpool out at the same time? Let me see that year again real quick.
It was like right before or right around the same time.
2020. They came out in the same year, but I feel like it would have been way too close release-wise for them to copy them completely. But I'm not going to argue that too much. So,
well, so the thing is that I mean I liked that we got those introductions, but it didn't make much sense that we got introduced to Harley and Floyd Lawton before we got before we got the damn the character intros.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like they could have cut off like the first 5 minutes of the movie and just start straight from Amanda Waller having that creepy ass dinner and saying, "Hey, so the Suicide Squad idea. Let me pin your ear on this for a hot second," and then gave it to them. So I felt the pacing was a little off on that, but overall I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, they did cut it weird and put stuff in some strange orders. I would not have.
Yeah.
Even when we were watching the movie the other day, and they did that whole bit where you see the two characters and then you do the intros to everybody else afterwards. Like, then why did we have this bit? It's like, I don't disagree. I think the cuts were definitely weird. And I'd love to see what this movie was before the reshoots, because I feel like the tone would have been different. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like the movie suffered overall from the fucking late as hell reshoots and edits and what have you.
Granted, this movie probably did need to be a little more comical, considering the characters you have in here and what kind of weird bullshit they're doing. But I wouldn't have reshot the whole movie if you weren't planning for that to start with. That's just me, though.
Indeed. That's fair. That is fair. That's fair.
I don't know. I am cool with the intros. I think it's a little clunky, though. It feeds into another question I have here, which is the dialogue being clunky. I think the whole bit is clunky as fuck. I think it would have been much cooler had those intros been cut out of the movie and used as different trailers, like release these as trailers for the movie, and then just jump straight in.
But here's the thing, though. Because most people know who Harley Quinn is.
Yeah.
Most people have an idea of who Deadshot is.
I mean, it's implied by the name.
It is implied by the name. There isn't a whole bunch of hoops to jump through there. Nobody else knows anybody else on this squad. So everybody, you had to have that
Are you
that
telling me that
there.
the average American is not aware what Killer Croc is? Sir, I'm offended. I'm offended.
I can now imagine Aaron kind of walking door to door and like, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Killer Croc?
What has Killer Croc done for you today?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
Listen, he was a boss in Arkham Asylum, and he was
badass in Arkham Asylum. Yes,
and he was a recurring 100%. Character in the animated series. I guarantee you, there's a good chunk of people who at least have heard of Killer Croc.
Okay, Killer Croc. How about Boomerang? How about Katana? Who you don't even get a fucking trailer for.
How
about Captain Boomerang?
For Boomerang, he did make appearances in the Justice League cartoon, but outside of that, I would be hard pressed to say that people would know who he is.
Yeah.
Was he even in the Flash TV show?
No.
I know Captain Cold was, and your master.
Yeah, Captain Cold was 100%, but I don't think Captain Boomerang was. No.
Warner Brothers, get on this shit. Captain Boomerang needs to be in the Flash TV show yesterday. He needs to be in it yesterday.
No, the reason why is that at this point the show Barry Allen is far too powerful. Like, Captain Boomerang will throw one thing and Barry will have him in fucking prison, like, instantly. It's just like, stop.
It'll be fun to see him get shit on, though. It'll be great. But yeah, no, I hear ya. And I think that's why I would have gone for having trailers feature all these different characters doing cool shit, because you could have got people interested in these different weird characters before the movie even started, and then you could have done something similar, but maybe less time-consuming, or maybe something that flowed more into the narrative, rather than this weird, clunky, like, hey, we're going to cut away to talk about each one of these guys individually, and show, like, brief snippets of, like, 5 other movies. I don't know. I feel like
that might have worked.
I feel like there's an alternate way you could have handled it. I just don't know what it would have been to keep it still kind of like this. I don't know.
It's fair. It's very fair.
Okay. Next question I got here for you. Why wasn't more time spent on training and honing Enchantress's persona before going into the actual field?
because people are dumb.
I'm just saying.
Because the U.S. government in this movie is fucking stupid. That's why.
They're pretty bad. Like, I can't think of so, even going back to Man of Steel... Oh, no, Batman vs. Superman's a good example, where you have the whole government confused as to whether or not Superman killed a bunch of guys in Africa with bullets. No, he didn't.
Bullets in their head, guys. What?
And now you have the government like, oh yeah, you're going to release criminals who have never been trained and who are completely uncontrollable, and to have them save people? That sounds like a great plan. Well, Rad, let's go build a wall down in Mexico.
So okay. So to be fair, the idea of Task Force X actually makes sense in my head, in my mind.
In the context of this film, not at all. But in
the context of this film, hell no. But the concept of the Suicide Squad in general makes sense in the DC universe.
Yeah, you have a bunch of
really you have a bunch of really powerful supervillains that you've managed to catch, and you put them on like black ops missions that they will be sworn to secrecy on and will be stupidly dangerous. And if they do it, then awesome, you get some time, reduce off your sentence, and if you die, then you're fucking dead. It's great. It makes sense that this would be a compromise that was cooked up by like the shitty version of Nick Fury in this particular instance. So I like the concept of it. In this reality, like it kind of peels right off of the idea, right off of Man of Steel and right off of Batman vs. Superman, like having an answer to these new metahumans that are popping up and it's just like are actually stupidly powerful. And what happens if they decide to kill us? We need a deterrent. It makes sense. Like, you could shoehorn the Suicide Squad as said deterrent, but their original, like, force is black bag missions. It's not, oh, these are the guys that are going to save us from Superman. Bitch, please. Okay?
Harley Quinn, there's Superman. Go get him.
I mean, fucking...
Use your bat.
I keep doing this, but in Assault on Arkham, Batman shows up and attacks the entire fucking squad by his lonely. And I'm like,
he kind of
you guys can't handle Batman. What the guys, please.
The good Lex Luthor would be rolling in his grave at this moment. He'd be like, you couldn't handle one guy in his pajamas. What are you doing? But no,
that was before Batman paid him a visit. I mean, shit.
But no, going off what you said though, like I said originally though, in the comics, the squad was designed or put together to go on missions that the superheroes wouldn't do because it would look bad on them, or it would be something that they would be legally kind of barred from doing. Like, for example, let's take the Batman vs. Superman example real quick. So. The main argument, I think, that was supposed to be brought up for why Superman shouldn't have been in Africa, but they kind of glazed over it for all the other dumb bullshit, was that it was an unstable area, and they didn't want him going over there and making it more unstable and acting without authority while the government was trying to do stuff. And that would have been a much better way to take that, guys, by the way. Just focus on the things that actually make sense, not the weird, dumb, fake assassination stuff. Anyway.
He shot people.
No,
Superman.
No, he didn't. Fuck off.
Not?
He didn't.
Why not?
So yeah, that's the kind of stuff the squad would go into. They would go to the unstable areas. They would deal with the people who have quote-unquote diplomatic immunity. They would do things that the superheroes likely couldn't get their hands on without having some severe worldwide repercussions. That's what they're for. And this is so far removed from that. Like, there's an episode of the Justice League Unlimited, is it Justice League Unlimited? Yeah, Justice League Unlimited, cartoon show, where the squad does make an appearance. And their mission is to infiltrate the Watchtower and take some technology from the Watchtower and bring it back to Amanda Waller. And that's the only time outside of that's the only time I've seen them in anything else where they actually do a mission that has nothing to do with the whole covert stuff, and instead it's anti-superhero stuff. That is when it works. But the reason that worked is because the superheroes were this big established force. You knew who they were. You knew where they were at. You knew how to deal with them. Here, you're just making them to have them on hand in case another Superman shows up. It's all kind of just vaguely thrown together, and it makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, it's shoehorned. They wanted to do a Suicide Squad movie, and they didn't have enough of the universe established where you could really where having a Suicide Squad makes sense. It's another like it's essentially another casualty of them trying to rush their whole cinematic universe into being. They had fucking 2 movies in and then wanted to start putting movies out as if they were like 10 movies in. Now, like if you get like 6, 7 movies and we've really established like superhero presence in the world, like imagine if Marvel tried to throw the idea of the Thunderbolts, like after movie 3, you know, like after like Thor, or like the Avengers haven't even really been assembled as of yet.
Nick Fury just steps out. He's like, "Listen, Zemo, I got a plan for you. Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be in this for another few movies. Shut up, Zemo. Listen for a second."
Like, what the fuck? Like, so. But if Marvel had decided to do a Thunderbolts movie, they would have more than likely put it either right after or a movie after Ultron. Because it's the first big thing that we see where the heroes, who are this big-ass established team, the Avengers, do their best, but still a lot of people die in the process.
Well, and the timing actually would make sense for that, too, because in the comics, the Thunderbolts, if I recall, form during the Civil War storyline to replace the heroes while they're busy fighting their own shit. Yeah.
That's exactly right. Like if you had an aside or like right after like a post-credit scene after Civil War where it's just like fucking Thaddeus Ross look like going to visit a couple of other people in the Raft or looking at a couple of files of Raft inmates and you saw some notable names of the Thunderbolts, people would have lost their fucking minds, and that's the correct way to do it.
I think,
and like movie 7, where everything is like built out, so it can establish a team of anti-heroes and villains as a kind of aside to the big superhero team.
I think you might see that in Phase 4. I'm not going to promise anything, but
if they do the Thunderbolts, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Well, now it would make perfect sense though, especially because we have half the world gone, half of all life's gone. Some of the superheroes are gone. I think this would be a great time for them to show up now. It wouldn't be the full Thunderbolts roster you and I know about, but it would be a good chunk of them.
I don't think we'll see that until after until after Endgame is resolved.
Oh no, I know.
Because once we get however this is gonna wrap up and the world semi-returns to normal, then you'll have like established bigwigs who kind of know what the fuck happened and how their existence was almost wiped from the face of the universe because one purple bastard snapped his fingers. They're gonna be like, guys, we need to have more things that we're in control of that can help us like prevent that shit. Ross, you've got some people still in the Raft, right? And that's how it goes.
And then he's just coming down from his Red Hulk transformation, trying to keep it secret. Yeah, no, I totally got it. But no. Here's the thing. I think you could have the Thunderbolts introduced after Endgame. That's what I'm saying. But have them have a backstory that ties into what happened after Infinity War.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
100%.
We keep going. We keep drifting to better movies.
Well, but that was a good example. That was a good example of what could have happened.
I know.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit here. Okay, so go back up real quick. Let me go back up. There's so the Enchantress scene at the end, near the end, where she shows everyone their quote unquote heart's desires. Did that scene work for you at all? And then why or why not?
I honestly feel like it was unnecessary. We'll probably talk a little bit later on in regards to like the character work that they do on all of these, and like that they do on everybody. And I really like it for like most of the squad. Like I love the character beats that they give them, but I feel like this was just kind of tacked on. Like there's literally no point to her trying to offer these guys to team up because Enchantress is so mind-numbingly powerful. She should have been able to end the fight like that. Like honestly,
she offered a weird deal that she didn't need to. I don't know. She had no loyalty to anybody, so why bother even offering this?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just like there's literally no point to this. So why? Why are we doing it?
I will say, though, that I did at least appreciate the vision we see Harley Quinn have. That was a uniquely weird thing I didn't expect when I first saw it, and now that it's there, it's like, that actually makes perfect sense for her character. She has this, like, warped, idealized version of what her relationship is with Joker, and she thinks it'll be that way someday. Like, no, it won't. But I like that you keep deluding yourself to thinking it will be.
That was cool. That was cool. Like it like the stuff that they added to the two most best crafted characters, namely Harley Quinn and Deadshot. Like their heart's desire scenes were really cool, and they carried on their character arc, and it made a lot of sense. It didn't say anything new. It didn't say anything that we really didn't understand, except for Harley Quinn, which was really cool. Odd, but cool. So I ultimately don't think it was necessary.
It did help reinforce their characters a bit, though. You didn't need it, no, but I did like what we saw. In a better movie, it would have been executed much better.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, jumping down a little bit here. So the film does take strides to make the various members of the Suicide Squad kind of sympathetic, especially someone like Deadshot. Do these moments work for you at all, and why or why not?
Actually, yes. This speaks to, like, one of the things that I really, really liked about the movie, because I think some of the character work was phenomenal. I think Margot Robbie deserved every single fucking award for her iteration as both Harley Quinn and Dr. Harleen Quinzel.
I cannot wait for her to return in.
I can't wait for Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey. I cannot fucking wait for Gotham City Sirens.
Yep.
Is what's it going to be called? Gotham City Sirens?
I think Gotham City Sirens.
Okay, I cannot wait for that. You better fucking 100% believe that project was greenlit solely on Margot Robbie's fucking stellar performance. Like, cause she killed that role in a movie that really should not have been good at all. She owned it, and everybody wants to see more of her Harley Quinn. I don't blame them 100%. So I love that they gave her character time to shine, and like while it didn't necessarily fit the overall theme of the movie and like what feel they were going for, I like the side stories that they gave those characters and how they made them more human inside of a shitty movie.
Yeah, they tried. It didn't work super great, but at the very least they tried, and I appreciate them actually going for it, you know?
Yeah, I feel like the majority of it was well executed, but it didn't have a good place in the movie, like in the overall theme of the movie. I liked those specific parts removed from the movie, but added into the movie, it felt a little odd. But it was also weird because they felt like relief points for me. I'm just like sitting through this movie like, ugh. And then we get to Harleen Quinzel, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is gonna be really good. And then we get a flashback to Deadshot and his daughter, and I'm like, oh, that's really, really cool. And we get Flag kind of bonding with Deadshot for a little bit. I kind of really like what they did with Flag there, because they had the chance to make him... Yeah, after all the exposition, surely. But when they had the chance to make him just like an unfeeling asshole, and we already had that in spades with Amanda Waller, so I like that they gave like a grizzled, hardcore like commander, but also was a semi-decent human being. I thought that was a really cool touch.
Mm-hmm. What do I got here? Yeah, I guess I'll throw my 2 cents in. I think that on some level, the sympathetic shots or sympathetic moments work a little bit. But I do think that I don't know. I feel like they derailed the movie in both a good way and a bad way. Like, yeah. It derailed the central plot, which was bad, but it also derailed them into better parts of the movie. So again, I feel like the writing of this movie and the directing of this movie and the overall production is kind of what holds up what this movie could have been. And you can definitely... This is what I was talking about earlier with the scenes. Like, you can see there's 2 different kinds of movies being made here by the same guy, no less. And somehow it just isn't cohesively sticking together. And I don't know how you would have fixed it, but it's salvageable, I think. You could definitely fix this, given enough time, but I don't know how much time you'd actually need to fix it's the problem.
So let's talk about David Ayer for a hot second.
Yeah, let's.
I like his other work, and the reason why is because he has kind of a niche genre that he's really, really good at writing for. He wrote the script for Training Day. He did End of Watch. He did Hard Times. So like these movies that are set like to be like this kind of gritty, down to earth yet slightly stylized like renditions of real life around crime and around police. Like he's really good at that. If that's your jam, look up David Ayer because he knows what the fuck he's doing there. He was an interesting choice for this one, and I think they were aiming for initially the gritty kind of down to earth like heroes stuff in the original shot, and then changed their minds once Guardians came out and they're like, well, fuck, we got to switch it up. So I wonder how much of the oddness of this movie and like the pieces that don't really fit together, how much of it is because David Ayer was a misfit for this particular movie, and how much of it was because of the fucking studio's like wibbly wobbly fucking decision making on the general theme of the movie.
It's a little of both. I think that he's a good fit for the movie he directed originally, but the reshoots the studio demanded forced into a different film, and that was not his jam. And if the studio hadn't meddled, I can't say the movie would have been better or worse for it, but it would have at least been his movie. What we got is just a mishmash of ideas. It feels like it was made by committee, if we're being honest here. And here's the thing. We discussed this back in Ultron a little bit, I think. I don't remember if it was Ultron we discussed it or not, but it was around then, where I remember making the statement that Marvel at this point was very much like hands-on, we have to be in control of this, but movies around Ultron were showing them that they could have their hands off with like stuff like Guardians and Winter Soldier, and they were learning very quickly after that by letting go of the reins a little bit, you let the directors get a little more freedom, and you get much better movies for it, like Black Panther, like Doctor Strange, like Civil War. And we're seeing that same problem happen here with Warner Brothers. They're seeing what the directors are doing. They're seeing what Marvel's doing. They're thinking, oh, we need to be more like them because they're the ones making the money now. Let's just change everything real quick, and fuck you, we're doing it our way now. And I don't really think you can even call something directed by David Ayer. You could say, in quotes, directed by David Ayer, and then say, but really by the Warner Brothers CEOs.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that assessment. Yeah.
And it sucks, because I would love to see Warner Brothers take their hands off the wheel. We won't get that until Patty Jenkins takes the plate, but until then, it's like, what are you guys doing? Why are you shoehorning every single dumb idea into this because they're popular?
Yeah. Now you know what I'm excited to see, primarily because of that idea, is Suicide Squad 2.
Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room real quick. So at the time of recording, we have gotten recent reports that James Gunn of Guardians of the Galaxy fame, and the one who was fired from Marvel because the guys at Disney are idiots, he is currently writing and possibly directing Suicide Squad 2. And I've even heard rumors he's being offered the chance to write and maybe direct the next Superman movie.
Oh, shit.
If he could be the Kevin Feige of DC might actually get some fucking great movies out there.
Yeah. And I have a feeling that the studios are gonna take their hands off of it because of Wonder Woman's success, because of Aquaman's success, and because it's fucking James Gunn. Like, he put out 2 of the best Marvel movies to date. We should probably listen to that dude.
I mean, they are in our top 5, I think, both of them. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure both of them are in the top 5. Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, they're going to be a little hands-off to do that as well. But I also think that James Gunn is gonna really be on them to stop trying to rush to catch up to Marvel. I think he knows. I think he, above all, can tell you like the importance of settling down and telling your story at your own pace, because he took Guardians of the Galaxy, whom, let's be for real about, barely anybody knew existed.
What's a rocket raccoon?
Right, like what the fuck is a rocket raccoon? Who the hell is Star Lord? But he
Groot.
took these guys. He took these guys that were unknowns and made them one of the biggest franchises in Marvel's arsenal. So I think they're gonna listen to him when he tells them to slow the fuck down and actually properly pace out your story, not just for a movie, but for your universe. And you'll have a stronger universe by far if you just take your time and do it right. So if they listen to him, I think DC is going to be a real contender in the years to come.
Speaking of the James Gunn situation, have you heard about Marvel offering Taika Waititi the chance to direct Guardians? And his answer was, no, because that's James Gunn's movie, and I'm not touching that.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
I love you, Taika Waititi. You have standards. I love you.
Well, so... Oh, my God.
No. Ryan, right, here's the thing. So I've read the article more. Marvel is shopping around to a lot of different directors, and a lot of them are saying no, and you want to know why they're all saying no?
As a protest?
Somewhat, they're all saying no for the same reason. James Gunn wrote the movie. This is his baby. It should be him directing. They're all saying, make him the director.
Yep.
I think Marvel's going to be put in a position where either they have to get some shitty director in who will do whatever they say, or they'll have to concede and say, okay, James Gunn, you can come back and do this, but this is all you get to do left. This is it.
I don't know, man. I feel like Marvel's gonna be painted into a fucking corner with that, then. Like, in all honesty, because with everything that's happened and the reception that he's received from DC, I don't think James Gunn would come back. It would be a battle between how shitty he's been treated thus far and the fact that that's his baby and he needs to make it just from an artistic standpoint. He needs to be the one that actually brings that to fruition. I don't know what side's going to win out in that contest.
Considering the fans, and I'm being a little bit generalizing here because I don't think every fan's on the same page, but I know a lot of them are. I think if you were going to appease the fans, the smartest play is to bring James Gunn back because they're the ones he wants. That's who the actors want to work with. That's who everyone on the staff wants to work with. There's no better choice than him. Now, I get that there's ego at play, and I get that the CEOs have these little dicks they need to, make sure no one can tell they're there. But they have to just suck it up and realize that they made a mistake, and they have to realize that there's only one real solution that's going to make the movie best for everybody. It's going to make them money. Why are they even arguing this? If they have James Gunn make it, they will make all the money. If they don't, it might not make any money.
I mean,
and that I'm speaking their lingo, money.
Yeah, oh my god, we've already talked about this controversy.
I know.
I want to argue it again.
It's still changing.
I want to argue it again, but we have to talk about Suicide Squad. Let's leave it at the fact that James Gunn, I think, is going to turn this franchise around as well as DC, but that remains to be seen. Coming back to David Ayer, again, I would have liked to see David Ayer's Suicide Squad.
Yep.
I think David Ayer's Suicide Squad would have been really, really good. I think it would have been a darker, more grittier take on it. It probably would have still operated around the same silly-ass storyline, but I would have liked to have seen his spin on it.
It would have been more consistent.
It would have been more consistent, and I would have loved to seen how those character arcs would have played off of the actual storyline of the movie. I think we would have gotten a much more consistent vision, and just on that alone, I think the movie would have been better.
I got 2 more points I want to hit up real quick before we wrap up here. First off is Joker. He is a big part of this movie in the sense that there's a lot of marketing behind him. There's a lot of controversy behind whether or not he should have gotten more screen time, how much of his stuff was cut from the film, and of course Jared Leto's performance as a whole. Ryan, thoughts on any of that? What do you think of Jared Leto's Joker? What do you think of the cut footage? Do you think that they should have even had Joker in this movie? What would you have done?
I mean,
it's a lot of stuff, I know.
Well, okay, so Joker's place in the film, I don't mind it. I think it opens up more of Harley's story, which I 100% agree with. And it inserts him into and like helps DC paint a broader narrative of Gotham and of like Batman's solo movies before they even come out. So I'm not mad at his presence in the movie. Of Jared Leto's performance, it's odd. It definitely harkens more back more to Jack Nicholson's mob boss Joker as opposed to Heath Ledger's fucking batshit crazy anarchist Joker
with a twist of gangster added to it.
With a twist of gangster added to it, I definitely would have wanted to see the cutscenes. I feel like I don't have enough. I feel like I haven't seen enough of him to really say whether I like it or not. It's just so odd that I need to see more of it to get a more complete picture of the persona.
You're not wrong though, because the other two Jokers that we're most familiar with, they had whole fucking movies to them.
Yeah. Like they weren't put in as oh, and by the way, while he's fucking off with Ra's al Ghul, we just see fucking Heath Ledger kind of causing mayhem in the background. No, it wasn't how we did that. So yeah, everybody all the other Joker iterations, they got full movies to actually really embody the character, and I think Jared Leto was really I think he was deprived of that. I feel like his extended scenes would have definitely given more to that, and we would have seen a better take on his character, on which I could tell you whether I like it or not. I would just like to see more of it, honestly. But then isn't he out? Is he out?
They haven't confirmed it yet because there's that whole.
I keep hearing Joaquin Phoenix's name getting thrown around.
So Joaquin Phoenix is doing Joker: The Origin movie, which I don't know what that's actually going to be about because Joker doesn't have an origin. Fuck off if you think he does. But no, so he's in that, and it's supposed to be a different version in a different quote unquote universe.
For the love of fuck, guys!
I know, but. There are rumors Leto is going to appear alongside Harley Quinn in the upcoming Sirens movie to some extent. To what, I don't know. Here's my thing with Jared Leto's Joker. I didn't get enough of him. I agree. I didn't like what I've seen so far. I don't hate it, but it doesn't click with me yet. There's nothing about it that feels Joker-y to me. You got some of the look, you've got some of the mannerisms, but it doesn't feel Joker-y to me.
I hear that.
I think the only way you're going to convince me here and now is you put him opposite Batman and have them go back and forth. Because as good as Harley and Joker are together, the relationship that matters most to Joker is Batman's relationship with him. And True. If you don't show that, I can't give you a fair assessment as to whether or not it's a good Joker. Because the Heath Ledger Joker, perfect for that particular Batman. The Jack Nicholson Joker, he was perfect for his Batman. I can't tell you if his Joker's any good because there was barely any Batman with him.
Yeah, that's a really fair assessment. That's a really fair criticism. And it kind of sucks that they really didn't have Batman down pat before they started doing Joker and Harley Quinn.
Good lord, that was a mistake altogether too.
I mean, what the fuck, guys?
Batman's the one character you can get right, and you fucked him up. That's like the gimme. That's the gimme superhero. We have how many Batman films? Pick successful things from a couple of different iterations and go with that. But no. For some reason we needed an older Batman, and that's okay, I guess. But there was also discussions as this movie was first released, arguing about the PG-13 rating. Do you think this movie would have been improved if it had gone for the R rating? I actually have an argument for this.
I think R-rated superhero movies are a necessary kind of step up for the genre because there's only so much that you can do with PG-13, and they've done a lot of it. They've made excellent movies, but you're gonna want to start getting into some of the edgier content with the rated R stuff. So I think a rated R David Ayer Suicide Squad, where like he actually got to do like a complete vision and got to be a little freer with his shit, would have been fantastic.
Well, and my logic was this. You have a movie of criminals, one of them is a mass murderer, one of them's an assassin, one of them's a fucking cannibal, and you're making it PG-13.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the definition of kid gloves, guys. That's the definition of kids gloves.
Like, I can understand that you want to appeal to a wider audience, but these are fucking criminals. If I have children, I am not going to let them see this right away. I'm going to wait till they're probably a little older before they can see this, because...
The fucking title is Suicide Squad! What? Guys! Yeah, this one's a little edgier. You want to take the kids to this one. But you older guys are going to love this shit. So,
to be
spend
fair,
your money.
To be fair, I probably wouldn't have brought my kids to see Man of Steel or Batman vs. Superman either, but that's for whole different reasons.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you take your young kid to see Superman because that's what you grew up on, and you want to see him be the beacon of truth and justice, and he just snaps Zod's neck. Okay.
Daddy, what happened to Zod? Well, remember what happened
Zod
to your
went
cat?
to sleep. Zod took a nap. Superman had him take a very long nap, kiddo.
All right, final question here on Amir, real quick. So, take Enchantress out of the movie, or at least minimize her role to being a member of the squad, not the villain. Who would you have had these guys fight? What would you have them do? I have a theory here, but I want to know what your thoughts are.
Fuck. See, this question's hard to answer because you have to answer it in the context of, like, the fucking baby DCEU that's been set up. You know, it's like... I mean, Assault on Arkham did it really, really well because they had established characters, and then the main crux of the movie is Batman is that fucking Joker's got a dirty bomb. That's the fucking big thing that we're gonna have to address at some point in the movie. Made perfect sense. Awesome. This one, you don't have a whole bunch of established stuff to really base it on. I think the Joker being the main villain and having, like, a dirty bomb might have worked. Maybe?
I think it's what all of us thought it was going to be when he was, like, beat in the trailers as much as he was.
Yeah, like, they could have made that work. Although, having the Joker be your main villain and not having Batman in it is a fucking mistake waiting to happen, and that's kind of how they would have had to have done it. It's fucking weird. So yeah, honestly, I don't know. I think that's the closest thing I could think of. Do you have a better idea?
If you're going to go simple, Joker would have been the smart play because he was already there. You already had him planned out. Have him unleash something that's beyond what he can control and have the squad come in to try to put it away, and Joker escapes before they can stop him. Simple execution.
Yeah.
If you want something a bit more complicated, maybe take a Superman villain, because there's a whole bunch of those we haven't touched yet because, well, hey, he's dead now. So Parasite would have been interesting. You could have done... I'm trying to think of all the Superman villains out there. There's a bunch of, like, bigger muscle-bound monsters that could have easily been your character. But what else? You could have had them actually do a covert Black Ops mission.
Yeah.
There are options you could have had, but the Joker unleashing an evil that he couldn't control and got too big for his britches and he ran off, that would have been fine. I could have accepted that. It would have been funny. It would have fit the tone of the film, and I don't think anyone would have complained about it because you would have gotten a little bit of everybody like you got here, just in a more logistical sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
And if you... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say real quick, because I know we're running a little long, but because I saw this question and we need to ask it.
Okay, go ahead.
Aside from Killer Croc, who's your favorite? Take him out of the running.
Oh, not Killer Croc. He's the best. Okay. Man, that's a tough one. I have a slight affection for Captain Boomerang. He's not my favorite, but I do just like how he's getting shit on all the time. It makes me smile. But I'm going to have to go favorite. I think it's going to have to be Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Like, all respect to Will Smith, but come on, man. I mean, it's Deadshot. He's such a minor character in the grand scheme of things.
Hey, like Deadshot and the Suicide Squad, that's
Oh,
real shit.
It's
like
his
that,
bread
like
and
that,
butter.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter. That's where he shines. And Will Smith put on a fucking killer performance. No knocking the man. He comes a very close second, though. And the only reason, cause Margot Robbie is such a phenomenal fucking actress, and they actually really wrote the Harley Quinn arc so well, and she brought it home so hard with the clear separation between Harley Quinn and Dr. Quinzel, and she really showcased Dr. Quinzel's descent into madness. And my favorite scene in the entire movie is when she fucking jumps into the vat of chemicals. It's honestly my favorite scene in the entire movie because it's so well done, and you get that one-on-one where Joker's like, "This is gonna be bad for you," or he says "Would you die for me?" And she says, "Yes." That's too easy. "Would you live for me?" And I was like, "Shit. Okay, let's have that conversation." And then she asks to be brought into this fucking madness. It was so good.
Yeah, they really did a good job with that whole descent to madness, and it reminds me of her introduction to the cartoons and with the comics and everything. Her character exploded in the 90s, and it's amazing what they've done with her since then. It's fantastic.
It really is. It's a really inspired character. It's a very inspired character.
Shout out to Paul Dini on that one. But I do want to say that next week when we talk about Wonder Woman, I will bring up Harley Quinn again because I think the back-to-back success of her and Wonder Woman is making DC and Warner Brothers take the DC universe in a different direction. And I'm really excited to talk about what that direction is because I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I briefly mentioned it a couple weeks ago. But yeah, we'll save that for that podcast. That's something we could talk about, definitely.
Yeah, well, especially since I think on our YouTube channel we've actually discussed Wonder Woman a little bit before, and I don't want to repeat a lot of stuff. So it's a new conversation that relates to it that would be worth talking about. And if you want to talk to us about Wonder Woman or Suicide Squad or any other even better movies, you can reach out to us on our social media, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook. The links are all down below. And, of course, you can also reach to us at our email. Ryan, what is that email?
That email is SpanishSpice@gmail. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I meant that is evacstation@gmail.com.
I'm glad that joke resonated with you. I feel good.
I really died when you said it.
evacstation@gmail.com, and we will respond to your questions, comments, concerns. If you have suggestions for movies, leave them down in there as well. I can't promise we'll do them all, but we will definitely keep them on our list of things to consider when our schedule does start to run out, because we have a schedule going for quite a while. Next week, you guys are going to be getting Wonder Woman. Tomorrow, you're going to be getting the other half of our Suicide Squad week. After the DC Universe, which will end sometime in April, we'll be hitting up the last 3 Marvel movies of Phase 3, which I'm excited to talk about, because that'll be a good time. And then jumping straight from that, it's going to be Godzilla month.
Oh boy.
It'll be pretty fucking great.
The fucking kaiju. Let's get it.
And I got some unique picks I think you're going to enjoy. The obvious ones, and then a couple unique ones I hope you enjoy, Ryan, because I think they're going to be fun.
It'll be fun. I haven't done a whole bunch of kaiju movies, so there'll be a lot of stuff that I haven't seen and looking at for the first time.
I have trivia, but we're going to say that for the next episode if we have time, because we're running a little bit long here, more than I thought we were going to. But that's what happens.
I have a lot to say about it.
Well, that's what happens when you spend half your Suicide Squad podcast talking about Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's okay. James Gunn's going to save us all.
James Gunn, you're our only hope. Thank you for listening, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow for more after credits with the Assault on Arkham. Until then, we'll see you after the credits.
Bye.